PDJ, you're on another dumb show. What's up?
What's going on, brother? I want to ask you about a recent news story in the local area.
Oh, okay. What's the story? I don't know if I've seen much local news lately, but what's going on?
So there's this girl that was driving around with her boyfriend and his friend, and she murdered them by crashing into a median, I believe.
I actually
She was
did.
just,
I do know this story actually though. I'm familiar with this. Actually, I just talked to. We were just talking about B1. We just mentioned. The story was on. She was actually stopped by earlier. And burned with me, and this story popped up on the news. And before they went into the details of it, she just saw the headline of it and said, "How would they know that?" What she did, how would they be able to prove that she was actually trying to kill somebody when she drove into the wall going 100 miles an hour? Because that's what the charges are, is that she drove intentionally into a wall going 100 miles an hour to try to kill her boyfriend. Mackenzie Sharilla is her name, right?
yeah, and she was charged guilty today.
Yes, and I don't know did they sentence her yet? I know there were talks of her being sentenced to life in prison for this.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking like she's going to do a serious amount of time for this, but I'm also like on the fence with it along with you. I don't know how you can actually determine whether it was on purpose or not.
Well, what I watched, what I saw on the news was the way they were able to, well, and it seems a little flimsy, I'm not going to lie to you, was that they showed video. Oh, I think she'd done some kind of posts online too. Not really, I don't remember exactly what the posts were online, but I think she had done some kind of strange posts online prior to the accident or the crash or whatever you call it. But the news was saying they interviewed the lawyers for the prosecution, and they said that they had video of her driving normally just minutes before this happened, using her turn signal, stopping at stop signs, making normal turns, not driving erratically whatsoever. So that was what they said was, I think, the convincing evidence to actually convict this girl and say that they believe that she actually did it intentionally. But you disagree with that?
I don't think it's admissible. You can't say that somebody drives through the area and drives correctly, and then an accident happens, and then they're guilty of murder.
It was admissed. It was definitely in court, so it was admissible. It may not be believable, but the jurors apparently believed it, and the judge agreed, I guess. Well, I'm wondering what the official sentencing was, if I missed it. Hold on, let me see.
She was guilty.
Life in prison with the possibility of parole after 15 years.
That was the official sentencing, Mikey?
That's her official sentencing. And
wow.
I'm reading right now, THC in her system, but that it was a calculated mission. I've read this quote like 2 or 3 times now.
Yeah.
A precise mission to kill him because she wanted to break up with him. Like what?
Yeah.
Like how? That's
yeah. I mean,
proof.
The easiest way
it's
is
far-fetched.
The easiest way, honestly, if you want to break up with somebody, is just keep telling them that you want to talk to them and just drag it out for weeks on end. I mean, that's obviously the easiest way to do it. Much easier than taking them in a. I mean, B1, God, if you want to get rid of me, you don't have to take me in a car and drive me into a wall. It's just that simple, I promise.
Dumb.
Just say it, I'm done.
Dumb. Don't take a ride to Streetsboro, bro.
She's gonna say, I'm gonna come pick you up and take you for a ride so we can talk.
Oh no, she's not like that. I don't want. She's gonna think that people are gonna. Nobody thinks you're crazy, B1. Nobody's implying you would do that. You're just being silly. She's gonna think that.
Dumb. She's gonna take you to ride to Lake Erie, baby.
Yeah, right. That's so funny. So, all right. Well, thank you for bringing that up, PDJ, because I had that in my stuff. I just didn't really know. It's funny. I didn't really think of really like what to talk about as far as that story. Until right before when B1 said it. She's like, how would they be able to prove that? And I was wondering too, do they have some sort of data too with the way she pressed the pedal? Like, was it still being held down when they drove into the wall? Is that kind of like telemetry stuff taken into account, I wonder? And they just don't go into all that on the news because it's too technical? I don't know. It's
I think it has a lot to do with text. If her text messages have a lot saying a crazy conversation between her and the boyfriend.
That's what
I think that
I haven't been able to find that conversation. I know there was some sort of conversation that they had or something that she said in text messages, but I just haven't been able to find that part of the story. So
yeah, they wouldn't put that out because that's part of the investigation, but I think that there's something that is not in the public just yet.
Well, 2 weeks before the crash, she allegedly threatened to crash her vehicle when she was driving with the victim, Russo, because she was upset over a disagreement they had. Russo had called his mother and asked to be picked up, and a friend ended up retrieving him. In a phone call with Russo, the friend allegedly overheard Sharilla, the driver, say, "I will crash this car right now," prosecutor said in court documents. So there you go, just kind of what you were saying. There's a witness, in a phone call, who heard her say that she was planning on doing it.
Can I ask you this, though? Have
Sure.
you ever been in the heat of this situation where you've said things that you wouldn't actually do, but you just say things? You know what I mean? When you get heated, sometimes you say stuff and you don't mean it. So
mine is more stuff I would do to mine. Like in my crazy days, it was like something I would do to myself versus like I would versus hurting the other person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it would, that kind of thing. It wouldn't be anything like that because I never was. I was like, it would be more of a self-destruct thing versus a hurt the other person kind of a thing.
Yeah, more self-deprecating.
Well, just I just don't want to hurt other people. You know what I mean? It's just easier to hurt myself, I guess. I don't know. Well, PDJ, now that I got you on the phone, I just want to say thanks again for sending over that awesome audio that you made for me for Operation Icebox. I really appreciate you doing that for me. I probably should have whipped it out earlier, but I was in full blown. I was hulking at that point, and I don't think anything was going to stop that.
You needed to be in the icebox at that moment.
Yeah, I don't think anything was going to do. I don't think that anything was going to stop Operation Icebox this time around.
That smooth beat would have.
Oh, wait, hold on one sec. What is this? What is that?
That was the beat? That was that fire
beat? Oh, that was
beat?
the wrong one. I was playing the other one. My bad. I was trying to play this one. There you go. Oh, I hit the wrong button. My bad. Yes, this should have gone into effect earlier, but I was way past this. I was in full-blown Hulk mode at that point. So again, I appreciate you making this though, PDJ. It's very creative and it is great. I love the sound. Like it's perfect with the jail beat, man, because it really does remind me of like one of those shows like Doing Time or Oz or whatever, because that's seriously exactly what would happen to me. I would go up, I'd get in trouble, I'd get sent to the principal's office. He wouldn't be there. And they would put me in this little back room that was just this little cinder block room with tan walls that was about 6x8, had a little tiny door. It was basically a little prison that they'd put me in until I chilled out. And it usually worked, to be honest with you. Once I got in there and just had time to chill out, I would be fine because it was me always reacting to some punk ass being a little troll. Usually, I've been dealing with little punk asses like that my whole life. I literally, because I'm easy trigger, and they know it. I've been dealing with that forever since I was a little kid, man. So
he sounds like a little punk, and I just want to say that I took time to curate that specifically for you, brother, and I love you, bro. I love the show, and keep it up, bro.
I appreciate it, dude. Thank you, PDJ. Again, I do appreciate you so much doing that for me. And it was nice that he actually curated it just for me. That's pretty cool. I don't think I've ever had anybody curate anything just for me. Now let's see. I do actually, somebody else who might need some Operation Icebox, or who looks like Operation Icebox actually worked on this weekend, is Ty Gibbs. Hello, welcome to another Dumb Show. I'm another Dumb Show host. Thank you for joining me and streaming on issue number, what are we on, 89 tonight? It's so good to have you guys streaming with me this evening. I am so happy to have you all here. You know, it feels so good for me to have you guys streaming on my tube. I want to give a little shout out to the chat, to the League of Dummies, in particular, the official members of the League of Dummies. Thank you guys very much for joining us tonight. I appreciate it. Hope you guys had a great day today. I've had a great day so far today, sorta, we'll guess, whatever. We'll get into that. Shout out to Strawberry Charlie down there. He was first in the chat today, and you know I got to give much love to the chat because, yesterday I got a little shitty with you guys. But I do see that we have my main man. I heard him down there groaning. I have a feeling I know why he's groaning. Mikey, what's up, my dude? How are you? It's good to see you.
What's the deal with that sock on your face?
What? Oh, well, haven't you heard? It's back, dude.
What's back?
The mask mandates and COVID's back, baby. Haven't you heard? That's the new news. There's a
that
new...
ain't ever happening again, man.
Buddy, BA...
Maybe in your America.
BA.2.86, the COVID variant is spreading in the U.S. So that's right, guys. It is official. COVID is back in the United States. It is apparently it's running rampant. Apparently, too, Mikey, from what I've heard.
Just to let people know, it showed up a long time ago, and it's never going to leave.
Well, now there's a new, why do my headphones sound so funny right now? I can't hear crap right now. Hold on one sec. When the computer went wonky, everything else went wonky, so I can't hear dick right now. So I have to fix all my stuff right now. Okay, that's better. Now I can hear myself. Okay. So yeah, dude, COVID's back, man. Some lady went to Japan. She came back to her home in Virginia, and she became the second U.S. patient now to be caught with this new COVID variant, Mikey.
That's the wrong country. Sorry.
Well, apparently if it's been around forever, it's probably in all the countries, though. But this is a new strain that's alarming the scientists. And they're even gone so far. Their mask mandates are starting to come back at schools. In Hollywood, the studios, they're still... Yeah. Did you know that there are schools and stuff that actually never got rid of their mask mandates? Some schools,
I'm not surprised, dude.
That blew my mind. I didn't think that was actually a thing.
I still look at people on a daily basis driving around with themselves with a mask on in their car. Okay.
People are still they're scared of that stuff apparently. So
I was actually at a customer's house today and I wore a mask in their house.
Probably not a bad idea, my man. I mean, you never know what you can catch, and you don't want to get this new one since you're not. They're saying now you got to go get the new booster. There's a new booster that's supposed to be coming out for this one.
I'll pass on the whole heart attack before I'm 40 thing.
The Damar Hamlin special. You're gonna pass on that?
Nah, I'll pass on that.
Well, they're saying it's coming back and coming back with a vengeance, and that we could be on the precipice of. It's nowhere near, obviously, where it was before. We don't want to cause concern or anything like that, but they are concerned, though, that it could start spreading again. And
flatten the curve before it starts, everybody. Seek shelter in your home and be afraid of the air you breathe.
Now, Brapp has a good comment in there. He said, it's back just in time for the 2024 election season. Yeah, I agree. That is pretty funny. Right before the Republican debate that's coming up in a couple days, or is that tonight or tomorrow? I know is that today?
It don't even matter. That side's locked up. We already know who's going to be the nominee. How many points ahead is he in the polls?
That's an interesting choice of words you use, locked up, that the choice is locked up.
He's about to drop that $200,000 bond in Fulton County on Friday. He's about to be Gooch Magoo.
I saw his, he's going to turn himself in, and they're saying there will be a mugshot for this one. They are adamant that the sheriffs are going to get a mugshot of him at this one. And
give him an even better opportunity to sell merch, because that's all you'll see at the grocery store is people with his mugshot T-shirts.
They're saying that photograph, if it does happen, will probably become the most famous photo in the history of the world, basically. Certainly in U.S. history, but it will become the most famous photo of all time. Because a sitting U.S. president will have, or not sitting, but a former U.S. president, sitting according to you, a former U.S. president is going to have a mugshot taken of him. That hasn't happened before. So that'll be a very interesting thing to see where that goes. If he gets locked up or not, what are you going to do? You're going to vote for him even if he's locked up? How does that work? Are they even able to, can he still run? But what if? I mean, there is this debate coming up. So if you had to pick out of all these people that are left over, Mike, you got Ron DeSantis, Vivek Ramaswamy, Mike Pence.
RFK.
I think that guy got canceled, dude. I don't think he's running for anything. I think he started...
I didn't even see that. What did he start spouting about?
Oh, he had some... he got caught at some dinner on camera saying that COVID was designed to kill, I believe, Asians and Jews. This was according to RFK Jr. And he got canceled basically because all the stuff that, and there was some other quote anti-Semitic comments that he made. So yeah, he got Kanye'd pretty much. I think you that's a community that you start going down that road, you're done. You just get a hint of being anti-Semitic and you're see you bye. Because I haven't seen him since.
I haven't seen him since he did them push-ups in Venice Beach.
He did the push-ups. We talked about him for a few days. He did that. He did those hearings where people were trying to say they were suppressing his free speech. And then right after that, the video came out of him saying all this weird COVID stuff, saying that it was designed to take out Jews. And he was immediately disappeared from the media after that. So no, I don't think he's going to be one of your options. That's why one of the reasons why I wanted to ask you this question. If you've heard of any of these other, even heard. So just only because is that the only other one you've ever even heard of?
Nah, I like what he did with Florida. I don't know any of the other ones anyways, but I would still end up going with DeSantis because I like the way the dude runs Florida.
What did he do in Florida that's so great? I thought all he
kept
did
it
was
open.
Oh, what, during COVID and everything? He didn't shut Florida down?
He gave me UFC fights.
I didn't realize that he kept it open like that. I don't know. I don't pay enough attention, I guess, to the COVID stuff. I just thought it was funny that I knew this would make you go nuts seeing all of this, because it's kind of like I've been watching over the past few days. It's been slowly starting to trickle down, and I've been waiting to see if it's going to start making the actual headlines. And sure enough, right before we went live, a couple hours beforehand, everything. Well, the variant, the exclusive came out that the variant has officially started coming around in the U.S. now. So, and yeah, there's this college, Morris Brown College. They brought back their COVID mask mandates too. So, it's spreading, and it's coming back again. Jelly says DeSantis is a nightmare. Jelly wants you to quit while you're ahead. Let's see. People are getting.
You guys gonna revote for Sleepy Joe? I mean, what are you trying to say?
I don't know. I hope not. I don't know.
Because that's your only option.
I know. That's what.
That's your only option. You get Sleepy Joe, who just fell asleep again in some in Hawaii, sitting at the press conference.
Oh, I know, and just so tone deaf with his comments about this kid fire.
Don't worry, his house lit on fire. You guys should all relate to that.
No, the guy is just. He really is and I agree. I'm not with you, Mikey. I can't see. I don't know who to vote for at this point because I don't like any of these dudes because it seems like most of them are like, and I don't know. I don't know why I care, but I do like the women's having the right to have an abortion. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I have two young boys, and they're about to get to the age where one of them, they could start. That could happen. They might accidentally knock a chick up or something. God forbid. But and I just, I guess I care about that enough to protect my kids and give the girls the right too. And so I can't see myself voting for any of the Republican options. And I definitely don't like Joe Biden at all. Other than, I guess, some of the, that kind of stuff, some of the issues, I guess, that versus the other one. So it's voting for,
whoever's closer to legalizing psilocybin, sign me up.
Well, definitely not going to be Joe Biden because that guy's a drug mind from back in like the 60s. Like he's really he reminds me of my dad.
Reefer madness.
Yes, exactly. He's the why they call weed dope, don't you? It makes you a dope. That's the kind of thing, but that he would say all the time. So. Sorry, I'm spilling all over myself. CB said, any chance we could stop with the politics talk? Yeah, we'll probably get to. I did see that brought up Christine.
2024.
Yeah, I mean, we are starting. It's going to happen to come up over and over again. It's going to keep coming back up. I mean, I'm sorry, CB, but I did notice she mentioned something about Baker Mayfield in there. Baker Mayfield was named. I got a
starting job, baby.
Yeah, he's Musty Mikey, a.k.a. Baker Mayfield. What's going on with your headphone right there? Is one of them not working or something? Are you trying to listen to...
I'm trying to be as quiet as I can because I don't get feedback when I talk, and I've got Sleeping Beauty next to me. So I'm letting her sleep while I'm doing this at the same time.
Who, you're a girl?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was confused. I didn't know what the hell was going on there for a sec. I didn't know if you were talking about your cat was sleeping. You didn't want to wake your cat up or whatever. Send her upstairs.
She came down from upstairs already. She just got done working 4 overnight. She can sleep wherever she wants.
Oh, that's good. She's putting in the work then. I was just actually getting ready to tell you guys to call in, but the phones just went wonky all of a sudden. So let me reboot them. Let me get those back up and running again.
Did you... to bring up something I saw in the news today, did you see the Dillon Danis and Logan Paul face-off? And finally, who they listed as the backup fighter if Dillon Danis doesn't show up because the guy just is a no-show for a lot of things in life. And his backup is Platinum Mike Perry. This is the most exciting thing in fighting that I think I've ever heard.
Okay, so I'm real confused because I thought
Logan Paul is fighting Dillon Danis on October 14th.
When did that happen? Because I thought Jake was supposed to fight him. The last we had left off is that you thought Jake was going to end up fighting this guy, but now he's Dillon Danis
Logan.
Is fighting.
Dillon Danis, is fighting Logan Paul, Jake's brother.
Okay, and now all right
on the same card that Tommy Fury is fighting KSI.
Oh, so this is just the YouTube brawl battle, and this is all boxing, no MMA?
This is all boxing.
Okay, cool. I like that. All right.
And the infighting between Dillon Danis and Logan Paul has been intense for like the past week. Dillon Danis is doing nothing but trolling Logan Paul's new fiance, so much to the point where Logan Paul has tried to get a cease and desist to get him to stop doing it.
What is he? Because I did pull up the story about her, but what is he saying?
He posted a montage video of every picture she's ever posted with her ex and with other guys, and photoshopped a picture of him in there with her, and
that's pretty good actually.
Really crawling under his skin, really promoting the fight in the best way possible. And they had a press conference. I literally just saw this. I didn't have a chance to send it to you. And they were supposed to have a face-off today, and Dillon Danis didn't show up. So they announced that if Dillon Danis doesn't show up for fight night, then there's going to be a backup fighter ready, and it's bare-knuckle champion Platinum Mike Perry, who is a UFC vet, just a crazy, crazy guy.
Why did this guy not show up for the presser? I don't understand. If he does all this shit, talked all this crap, and went to all these lengths online,
Because
to
this is
troll.
what he does. The guy's just he's just a flake. I don't think he's going to show up for the night of the fight either. He's only had one professional fight in his life. His only claim to fame is that he trains with Conor McGregor, and that's how he got his fame. And the guy's just been a troll in the MMA world for the last 7 years.
Why do they even entertain him? Here's a picture of him and their Logan and his girl, actually. So why is this just again, you're the one who's usually hip to these publicity stunts.
He just picks fights with these guys, and like they've trolled each other back and forth for like interviews, and
So basically, you're saying basically this Dillon dude is just using Logan Paul's celebrity to try to boost his celebrity, just his social media presence, because he's not even going to bother showing up for an actual fight. Won't that just make him look like a punk? And he'll just
will make him look like a punk. But like I said, I just got this feeling that he's not going to show up for it. Man, I hope he doesn't. I really hope he doesn't, because I really want to see I want to see a Paul brother get beat up by a real fighter, and I think Mike Perry could be the guy to do it. I mean, that guy in bare knuckle is just an absolute wrecking ball. I watched him knock Luke Rockhold's teeth out.
Yeah, these are people I've never heard any of these names. So this is like
We've heard of Logan Paul.
Dillon Danis,
I've heard of Logan Paul just because he's been in the news before.
Yeah, of course. But some of the other people
you're in a UFC fight, no.
Yeah, no, and I'm not saying that like you're doing anything wrong. I just don't know who these people are, but I probably should, since I like boxing. Maybe I ought to give these guys a chance and start watching some of these fights. Now, are these pay-per-view that are going to be $250 or?
No, I mean, I'll text you.
Gotcha. When does this happen?
October 14th, I think this one is.
Okay, so that's not too far off. That's right around the corners. That's right. So there's a whole bunch of fights coming up in a row then. So you're getting excited then, I bet, because there's a whole bunch coming.
Yeah, and I've been watching it. I can't wait for the fight this weekend that's going on at with Max Holloway.
I saw some guy with pink hair knock the guy out this weekend. With pink hair and cornrows. I think it was
Sean O'Malley. Yes,
he pounded some guy into the ground. I saw him. He clipped him on the chin, and then he ground and pounded him down.
He said exactly what he was going to do. He said he was going to wait for Aljo to overextend, and the first punch that he overextended, he swooped back and caught him with a counter right that's just absolutely magical.
Yeah, he went viral. That was it went. I mean, it was a nice clean. It dropped that guy like a sack of potatoes. That's
looked
for sure.
Just like Conor McGregor's knockout of Jose Aldo back years ago in the first round. It was awesome to watch.
Now, Drew Schaefer's in here saying Dillon is a crypto scammer, just like Logan Paul. I don't even know what that means.
I didn't even know he was a crypto scammer. Isn't anybody in crypto a scammer? Like, that's my conclusion that I've drawn from the whole thing.
I'll be honest with you, I'm so stupid. There's some things my brain can, I like to think I'm pretty smart, but for some reason my brain cannot understand the value of cryptocurrency. I cannot wrap my brain around it. Nobody's been able to put it in layman's terms enough for me to understand why a Bitcoin is worth anything. I just don't get it. Especially then people talk about the history of it. Nobody knows who really invented it, and it's just whole thing is so odd to me. I don't even know where.
Monopoly money.
It's apparently very real to a lot of people. They've gotten a lot of, it's gotten people a lot of people very rich. So some people are doing something right with it. I just don't understand it. I'm too stupid to get it. I really am. And I
put it up there with Common Core math, just useless.
Dude, but people got paid. There's so many people that have made money on it. Just because we don't understand it doesn't mean it's useless. I mean, it's definitely a thing. I'm just.
Oh yeah.
It's above my pay grade.
It's useless to me.
Yeah, I mean, but you like gambling. It's essentially gambling.
Yeah, that'd be like me trying to be like a day trader. The returns aren't big enough, quick enough.
Yeah, that's a long game for sure if you want to do that. But I know a guy who made a ton of money doing that, and he's been able to. He did really well doing day trading for himself.
I made some good money on like GameStop and Kodak.
I don't. I think Pat Wooey said there's 3 people shot at Texas A&M. It's breaking news right now. I didn't know that.
Come on, college football is about to start this weekend.
Yeah, I know. That's not good. I hope it's okay. I hope everybody's okay. But no, apparently there's an active shooter there going on right now. Yikes. Okay. Well, hopefully everything will turn out okay with that. And I don't know. Pat, will you keep me updated? Because I'm not finding any news about it. So if you keep me updated, because it must be super duper breaking news, because it's not on anything that I'm finding right now. So keep an eye out for that. Great segue from shooting at a college to another dumb show memberships. Thank you very much to Scott78 for gifting 5 Another Dumb Show memberships out. That was really nice of him to do that. I really do appreciate that. It really helps support the show. It really does. So to the people who got them, Sandy Cheeks, Andy Hale, the Bipolar Fish Keeper. I like that name. I relate to it. The Amy and Brett were all given gifted memberships from Scott78. So big love to Scott78 for doing that and taking care of the league and keeping the league rolling. I really appreciate everybody doing that. So as you'll notice, I'm keeping a better eye on the chat tonight. I've reset my setup again in an effort to, whoops, I didn't mean to close that tab, in an effort to try to make sure that I can keep the chat right in front of me and you and I right in front of me, Mikey, and the camera right there, and I can still see everything that's going on. So
right down the pipe. Perfect.
Yeah, we're working on it. So Black Magic, I think, is what that name is. He says, how can I buy a membership? I've been looking around and I can't find where to buy it. Sorry for the dumb question. That is not a dumb question.
Open YouTube on a Safari window if you're using an iPhone. You got to use Explorer. You can't use the app to join membership-wise.
There you go. That's the answer to that. You got to open it with your Safari browser because for whatever reason, I think it's some sort of payment thing for YouTube and the apps and stuff like that. So YouTube, as a workaround, doesn't let you do it through the app, but will allow you to do it through the browser. So just look for the join button right below the window of the video on your browser, and you should be able to join there, Black Magic. All right.
I'm getting anxiety about signing up for the NFL Sunday Ticket. Like I don't know how to do it. I don't stream YouTube TV. I hate everything about it.
Oh, dude, I love it. That's what I've been using I used YouTube TV. I was.
Yeah, but you
YouTube
have cable.
TV.
I don't have any live TV.
I don't have cable. I have the internet.
Yeah, but you stream you internet TV. You still have live programming, right?
Through YouTube TV.
Yeah, I don't have any of that. I don't have any live programming. I just have an antenna for my local channels.
Yeah, but you have the internet in your home. You're talking to me.
Yeah, I do.
You download an app. It's the easiest thing you ever do in your life. It's actually easier probably.
Yeah,
to
but I don't
up.
want YouTube TV. I just want the NFL Sunday Ticket, but I got to figure out what's going to be cheaper for me. If it's going to be cheaper for me to do, yeah, you can. It's like $150 more or $200 more if you don't have YouTube TV.
Oh, well, if you don't watch regular TV, then
not at all.
You probably don't need YouTube TV. If you don't watch regular TV at all.
How much is it a month? Like, what's the cheapest plan a month?
I don't think it's like $75. It's expensive as fuck. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
shit. All right, never mind then. Then I'll sign up. I was trying to figure out, like, if it's like $10 a month, then I can do $10 a month for 5 months. That's only $50, and it doesn't really add up to the $150 I'm saving. So
it's expensive.
I was just trying to do some.
It's as expensive as regular cable. It started out cheaper, but it kept going up and up and up and up as they added more channels and stuff like that. And I think I might have the 4K package which was stupid because they don't have enough 4K stuff on there for me to justify it. But that's one of the things that's actually like, I love the news. I love watching news. So there's just news, so much news on it. And I have literally, now I can put 4 different screens on it and all that stuff. So I do like it. I like it way better.
I can't wait to have it for the games and have the 4 o'clock games on. I mean, I don't need it for any Vikings games because I go to my brother's house for that for that every Sunday.
Yeah.
And any primetime games I'm watching anyways, but I'm literally spending $500 for my fantasy football league so I can pay attention to Red Zone after the 1 o'clock games.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're asking about. You brought up fantasy football because there's Brad is in there asking about fantasy football. Pat Wooey is asking about fantasy football, and
I can't wait.
I do have an update to the fantasy football league. We are down to one final person. Well, two people, but one of them. Well, a couple people. To be honest with you, a couple people have not paid, but everybody I've now heard back from.
I haven't paid yet.
I'm not. I know. I'm not worried about you. I know where to find you. Basically, but no. Let's see. We got 12, but there's one person who has not confirmed that they're in and they are going to pay because everybody else is paid except for two people, and one person is my neighbor.
Shit, that's so exciting.
Yeah, Mr. Jones is my neighbor, so I'm going to go grab the money right directly from him because he doesn't even have a Venmo, he said. So I'm just going to grab it right from him. I just got a few of them today. Brad, who's in the chat, he just mentioned he's actually getting paid on Thursday. So he's going to put his buy-in on Thursday, but he's confirmed he's in the league. So just one guy left. Louie, check your email. Or Louie, if I don't know if it's going to your spam or if you're not paying attention or what's going on. But Louie, you got till the end of the day today before I let Austin, my son-in-law, in. He is trying to get in the league. So if I don't hear back from Louie by the end of the day today, Austin is going to be in the league, which I think would be nice, but I feel bad if I bumped Louie for Austin. But it's been a few, I've given him a couple opportunities to get back to me.
This is your final notice, Louie?
Kinda, yeah. I mean, I'm
smoking that King Louie stuck in the couch. That's what he's been doing.
Well, I'm trying not to be pressure him about it and be a jerk or anything like that. But I kind of need to know. I have a question for you. If you sign up for that NFL Plus thing, do you get to watch every game versus signing up for the Red Zone or whatever?
No, NFL Plus, you just get preseason.
That new NFL Plus app where they say you don't miss anything. If all the new NFL stuff, their own app.
Yes, so you can't. It's like it's not watching the Red Zone. It gives you updates on every game as they're going, but it's usually like 5 minutes behind. At least that's what I noticed last year. I wasn't using the app, but I was stuck watching whatever the NFL channel offered during the 1 o'clock games because unfortunately I was in Philadelphia for 30 days and I had to miss some Vikings games.
Yeah.
And it was absolutely horrible to watch it that way. They just paid attention to the big games. Whenever the Vikings were on, I didn't get any updates. So I'd imagine, I know the NFL Plus package right now is just so you can stream every preseason game.
Okay.
But I don't know what that turns into.
Who would want that? That's stupid. Drew Schaefer says you can only watch in-market games on NFL Plus. Okay, that makes sense. The way in those in those commercials for the app, they sure do make it seem like you can watch every minute of NFL action. That's the way they sure make it sound. So, all right. I did a little refresh. Still, I have no update on the Texas A&M thing. You can go peek over here. Speaking of YouTube TV, I can go peek over here real quick and see.
I was going to say, I just looked on Twitter and searched Texas A&M and active shooter, and I had nothing pop up.
Yes, I don't know if Pat Woo's playing games. If he's seen something that we're not seeing, I'm not really sure. I turned on that live now that I watch. Oh, no. Shit. Am I gone? Did I just lose you guys for a sec?
Something just went black for a second.
Yeah, when I because I have this shit, I should have known better. I can't open YouTube TV on this one monitor because this one monitor is connected to everything like through the network, so I can click to the other monitors. If I want to show a picture or something like that, I press a button and it goes over to that other monitor. But there's this thing built into, I think it's called HDCP, to prevent me from being able to display YouTube TV across that. So I can't broadcast YouTube TV. So that's why it all went black for a second. It was my computer going, hey, you're not allowed to do this. It tried to shut everything off there for a sec. But I do think I have a phone call here. Hi, you're on another dumb show. Who's this?
Hi, it's Curious George from Columbus. How are you?
Curious George from Columbus. What's up, my dude? I
What's up, buddy?
actually knew it was Curious George. I was playing dumb, but I actually asked Curious George to call in. How are you, Curious George? It's good to hear your voice. What's going on, my friend?
I'm doing good. Just got off of work about 45 minutes ago and just enjoying your show.
George, now you do some sort of IT work, I believe, or insurance work or something?
Yeah, it's IT work. Yep.
IT work. Now, are you a network engineer? You know anything about firewalls?
No, not about firewall. It's more of our software our company sells. It's just kind of helping with installation and all that stuff.
Okay. Okay, yeah, because mine, I think that's what the problem is with my phones, why they stop working sometimes. It's some sort of firewall port issue that I kind of troubleshot on my own, and I think that's why it only works half the time and not all the time. So, Mikey, I'll let you do your thing there for a sec. Sorry, bro. Sorry, I left you sitting there for so long. Poor Mikey's got that. He said his vape is attached to his hand at the wrist while he sleeps and everything. So I feel bad when I leave him sitting on screen for too long. But I mentioned
a little bit.
I mentioned that I asked Curious George to give us a call and give me a call because I think I had talked about this in the past. I found this story that I thought would be fun to talk to Curious George, to do with Curious George. It is 20 questions every couple should ask each other about sex. And I thought it would be good to go through, Mikey here, and gosh, his girlfriend's even there too, so we could even really put each other on the spot. That was totally unplanned. But I know Curious George is in kind of a weird window. He's in he got friend zoned with a girl that he has feelings for. And am I wrong about that, George? Pretty much? I know that's the short version of the story, but
yeah, that's the short version. You got it.
Okay, perfect. So yes, George has kind of been friend zoned by a girl he's into, and I thought maybe it might be a way to help him maybe try to get back into her pants. Like maybe some of these questions, if we went through them with him, maybe we'd be able to get him to talk to her a little bit and ask her some of these questions. Just trying to get George a little bit more comfortable with talking about sex. And I promised George that I wouldn't spend the whole time. The chat's already getting upset. Because
what's the chat getting upset about?
Well, they're not getting upset. They're getting worked up because they want me to start talking to George about stuff that makes him get grossed out and throw up.
Oh, we ain't trying to do that to George right now.
That's I promised George that I wouldn't do that. I mean, if it comes up in a situation like as part of one of the stories, that's a different. I can't control that as part of one of the questions and the stories that relate to it. I promised I wouldn't go out of my way getting in deep into blowing stuff all over the place, So George, you sound a little
not rocket.
Yeah. You sound a little subdued tonight. Everything okay?
Yeah, yes, I'm exhausted. Skipped a lunch and worked, from 8 until like 45 minutes ago. I'm just beat. That's all.
Ooh, that's a long day.
George, we could do this another night if you want to. I don't want you to feel like you're on the spot. I'd actually rather if you're tired and you're not up for a little bit of lively fun, we don't have to do it tonight. I got other stuff to talk about. If you would prefer not to do it tonight, that's okay with me. I'd actually rather do it on a night when you're upbeat and in the mood, and
spry,
and feeling down for it. It's totally up to you, my friend.
No, I mean it's fine. I'm okay. It's just a little tired, but I mean I'm okay. I'm ready.
All right, now when I hear it, and when I hear it's fine or I'm fine, that's usually dead ringer from B1 that she is not okay with whatever I'm trying to do. So what's going on? You're just tired? Is that it? Do you want to drink some coffee or something? Or
I'm tired, but it's also I'm a little bit worried about either the jizz talk because I don't have the energy to really
throw up tonight.
Vomit or anything, yeah. And this has to do with sex questions.
And he already skipped lunch. The guy would be dry heaving.
Yeah, it's true. You didn't eat lunch, so you would be in good shape. That's a good point. Well, that's what I'm saying. Do you want? Well, I tell you what. Do you want to do it tonight officially, or do you want to do it another night when you're more up for it and you're not so worried about the jizz stuff? Oh, what just happened?
It's whatever you guys want. I mean, did you want to get another girl's point of view in here since you said it's questions for guys and girls? Like, are we doing it with Mikey's girlfriend for sure? Or is it
Well,
maybe?
she's
'Cause
asleep
I can
right.
Call back.
She's asleep right now, and I would be nice. I would actually prefer to do it when we have a girl here. But
Okay, let's do that. Let's do that.
You want to do that? All right, cool. Because I know that'll get you a little more jazzed up too. You know what I'm saying? I know how
You
you
hear
roll.
that? Even just saying that, he was like, "Do you want to do that? You want to do that?" He had a little bit of a hop in his step just talking about a girl.
Yeah, because I picked up on something that there wasn't. I could just kind of tell in the tone of voice, and even in the email.
He had some flatness to his voice.
Yeah, he's not his usual upbeat, curious George self. So, and I'm not implying there's anything wrong other than you just being tired, dude. So don't worry. I'm not sweating you. I don't feel like you let me down or anything like that, my dude. I'm actually thankful that you called, and we'll try to get you on. We'll try to get you on when we have a girl on, and when you're in a better, when you had a little bit. I can even hear it in your voice. You're relieved. I can hear the relief in your voice right now. so I'll give you a chance to kind of build up to it, and maybe I won't put you on the spot as hardcore.
Does Curious George have a question on deck anyways? I'll still answer a question if he's got one.
Oh, wow. I love it. Very good, Mikey.
I knew it. I knew he had one on deck. I knew it.
That's great. Well, your girlfriend's in the room, so I'm sure he's really tried. That's where his angle is, I'm sure, if I had to guess. But
yeah, I know. She's about to wake up from her nap with this question. I can guarantee it.
What did you want to ask, Curious George?
Okay, so it's along the lines of like sex question and stuff, and so Mikey.
Oh,
you know, I mean, when I was with my exes and stuff, I mean, usually when I have intercourse with them, some are a little bit vocal, some are kind of quiet, you know, and I've always just been kind of curious. I mean, I don't know if it's just me and maybe I'm just small in size or whatever, but I mean, was just kind of curious about your significant other. When you guys have intercourse, is she more vocal where she's like, you know, motherfucker, let's do this shit, or is she real quiet, or what is she like?
There's some talk sometimes, and there's definitely some vocal to it, but it really all depends. There's usually, you know, there's somebody in another room at some point or something like that, so it's got to be a little subdued. You know what I'm saying? But there's definitely vocal times, that's for sure. And I'm vocal in the bedroom as well.
I love it. I am too. I'm not. That's why I'm laughing, because
I'm not quiet.
I always think about how, like, because I have like some videos of me, not just by myself, but you know, I got some material, and there's one video that's just so hot. It's like one of my go-tos that if I'm in the mood, I go to it. But there's this one spot in it that makes me laugh and cringe every time I hear it, because it's like, there's a part in it where I see it's with B1 and she's on camera and she does something sexy and I go, oh, you're so
yo,
sexy.
if I heard myself make that noise or any of the noises that I make, instantly done. I'm instantly done. Just count it out.
That's how I last
forever. I can think about myself being vocal, and it's the most disgusting thought in the entire world. It really turns my own stomach.
When I was holding the camera, it must have been like I was laying down and it was right by my face, because it's literally.
Tell me you could hear your deep breath too. Like,
yes, no, that's exactly what I'm saying. It's right at the beginning of the video too. Like, so as soon as if I hit play and don't scrub quick enough, I have to hear, oh yeah,
oh no, nightmare fuel, dude. Like I'm embarrassed when I take like videos of my cat or videos of something in my apartment, and you can just hear on the phone. I'm trying to be quiet, and you can hear the deep breaths that I'm taking because I'm a little fat and out of shape. I'm like, oh my god, everyone can hear my breaths. I gotta mute this video before I post it or send it someplace.
Oh man, it was it's bad. It is you know, I don't want to do this to George. It's kind of a messy video at the end of it too. You know, kind of a salty mess. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So all right,
George, I had the same response that you did, my guy.
What?
I didn't know that you actually made videos with. I mean, I don't know who it was, if it was B1 or just somebody else or whatever. But
yeah, it was with her.
Wow. Oh, okay. Wow. You know, I was just kind of thinking, I actually have made videos in the past as well, and I've gone to them, and there is a funny one that every time when I watch it, it's been so long since I've watched it, I crack up, and it's got to do with like having anal sex with my ex-girlfriend, and this is not the squirter, not the teacher. This is long ago when there was video cameras.
Oh wow, old
tripod.
school.
Oh
wow.
Mini VHS.
That's
So
great.
yeah, and it was
Grainy
the sound
ass.
she was making. It was just crazy. It was funny.
Do you still have that
Tripod
saved?
in the
Did
corner,
you
hide the red light.
has that transferred from VHS to from BlackBerry to the original iPhone to now you're up to iPhone 20 or whatever, and it's still in your reel or whatever, your iCloud?
No, actually, I have a DVD video cassette combo kit where it allows you to transfer video cassettes onto a DVD, so it's on DVD.
Nice.
I have it in my safe here, and yeah, it's pretty
Now,
fun.
do you ever? Now, I'll look at it too. Not just for. It's also for. It's like game footage for me. You know what I mean? I don't just look at this just for necessarily like just to crank one off. I go back and I watch. It's like football. After the game, you go back and watch to see what you did wrong or what you could have done better. You know what I mean? So it's really the only way to improve is to see yourself have sex, and you realize, oh, okay, I need to not do that position because I look really disgusting in that position. Well, I look disgusting in every position, but I would maybe look sexier in this other position, or if I'd have done this better, maybe I would have hit that spot better. That just little things like that, just little moves that I think I could have missed out on, or stuff like that.
This guy's studying tape like freaking John Madden with the telestrator in his.
Oh
in his...
yeah, boom! Every time I'm thrusting, boom, boom, like man, absolutely.
Oh my god! I don't see that's another not weird thing, but something I was just thinking about. George is talking about having stuff with like exes and stuff like that. My phone's completely scrubbed. I don't have one previous ex's picture. Nothing like that. I got nothing like that.
I don't either. I don't have anything because my ex-wife and I think made one video and we had a few sex here and there, like a couple times. She was all that got scrubbed after we got divorced. Like it all, I don't know where that even went. I have no idea what device
into the ether.
Yeah, I have no idea what device that was even on. If it went to a flash drive somewhere, or who knows where that went. So that's you're like you said, yeah, it went into the ether somewhere. I have no idea where that ended up going. So, Titanium T said, Dumb's about to get his retirement money from George's offer for the videos of B1. No, you got to remember, I'm in those videos too. So there's the value drops significantly. When there's just the shot, I'd have to edit it greatly to get my gut out and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, Curious George, we'll try to get you on another time when you're in a little bit more upbeat mood, maybe when we got a lady on to make it a little bit more fun for you. All right?
That's fine. Sounds good to me. Okay.
Perfect. All right, Curious George, thank you for calling in, my dude. Have a good night.
You too. Thanks. Bye.
All right. 844-HIT-DUMB, 844-448-3862. Hey, the phones work, people. And nothing makes me happier than when the phones work and when you guys actually call into them. So give me a call. We are going to take a quick break here, and when we'll come back, we'll talk about some of the stuff I saw in the news today. And that's it. Second hour, of course, there's always happy hour here on Another Dumb Show. I'm going to go get myself another deli. I'm probably going to roll one up here for a little bit of lavender.
I'm so jealous.
Oh, that's right. What are you on? Are you on no THC right now? Or
I'm still smoking, man, but I can't inhale enough for it to count, and I can't cough, and I'm not happy with myself.
Oh man, you got to switch to Eddie's for a little bit at least to get through this, I think.
Those
or something.
don't work, man.
You got to be careful. You're going to end up finding some. What else are you going to do? Have you tried the tape on the ribs?
If I keep trying the edibles and stuff like that, I'm going to end up with that cannabis hyperemesis again.
Did
I'm
you?
afraid I'm going to end up overdoing it on those and end up laying in my bathtub for 6 hours puking.
Have you tried that kinesio tape? That stuff that the volleyball chicks wear and all the athletes wear. Have you tried that on the ribs?
I'm afraid
it's gonna
rip all my boob hair off, my guy.
Shave it off, dumb shit. Shave first. You're just gonna have a little.
I didn't think about it that way.
Yeah, just shave that off, and then you can put that. Just to see if that helps with it, because
it's also. I've been looking online and seeing what it could be. Like my gallbladder's over there, and I've also had like the shits for like 2 weeks, and maybe that's what's going on. Because now it kind of hurts in the back too.
I think go get that checked out. Then you said you got that good insurance, but yeah, you should definitely get that checked out. Because my dad, he had this is psychopath. He had a gallbladder attack that started in Florida, and he rode his motorcycle back up to Ohio. And
I need to know what that feels like. Ask him what that feels like. Ask him where the pain was.
I believe he said it felt like glass in his stomach. Like if I remember correctly.
Well, stomach's on the opposite side of where the gallbladder is. So if I felt it on my left side, then I'd be worried about my stomach. If it was on my right side, I'd be thinking about my gallbladder. I just learned
maybe
that,
he just
so
said
I'm
on
just
his.
what I just heard.
Maybe he just said in his guts, and I just said stomach because that's what I'm pretty sure I remember him saying. It felt
You
like
just
glass.
assume. Okay, I got you.
But but his got so bad, his gallbladder adhered to his liver, so they had to peel it off of his liver when they went in to finally take it out, and they had to fill him up with air and do this laparoscopic surgery, and he had all this horrible pain from it. So it's actually pretty painful. If some people have this horrible shoulder pain that comes after laparoscopic surgery over there, because I guess all this pressure builds up or something. So have fun with that, dude. But I would try
my shoulder, make sure my shoulder don't hurt.
Try the kinesio tape first. See if that's it. Just see if it's holding the it'll.
My girl thinks it's intercostal or intercostal muscle.
That's what I'm saying. And that'll help. It'll hold your ribs in.
I can see what you're saying. It would hold it together, so I'm not expanding the way it is. Because I can't. I just if I try to hit anything, the whole thing I'm nervous about. I'm just taking little baby hits and not even really inhaling because I'm afraid of coughing.
I understand how you feel, man. It is absolutely devastatingly painful rib pain.
Dude, it's going on 2 weeks now.
Oh, bro, it might be a good several months before you feel normal again. If you have an actual, I'm not kidding. If you have an actual rib injury, it takes some time to heal. Honestly,
I know I've broken ribs. I've broken ribs before, so I know that it takes months for ribs to heal.
So yeah, have you been trying to ice it, heat it, the usual, all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, dude, I've got this 1,000 milligram CBD cream that works so good with inflammation, and that don't even touch the pain.
Oh man, you're in trouble. That sounds to me like it's cartilage pain, then, man. There's just nothing. Because cartilage pain, there's really nothing you can do about. So I'm wondering if every time you're expanding, it's separating that cartilage.
Too. We were laying in bed the other day, and she was like, "Oh, you should have these spots checked out." Now I got to go to the doctor for those too. I got little bumps and stuff. And she was
you're Italian though. You Italian people, you got bumps and shit all over you. Remember Duji always said. I remember her on the show. She was always getting bumps and stuff all over. And you know what? I got those too. I got one of those on my face. I don't know. I got one on I think right here. I think I need to get this thing looked at because it just keeps getting a little bit bigger. This whole section right here just looks kind of wonky to me. I feel like I need to get that looked at. But my dad
has been to a doctor in too long. I haven't had a physical in 3 years.
I'm turning into Morgan Freeman the older I get though. I'm getting all these weird bumps and black dots all over my face and all over my arms and stuff that, I'm getting old people spots already and stuff. So I'm also getting what I learned might be a skin fungus. My arms, so I get tan really, really easily. I just always have, right?
Look at that definition. You got a nice little forearm there.
It's the only sexy thing on me are my forearms. B1 loves my forearms. Every other part of my body is disgusting, but I just have nice skinny forearms that are always nice and they always look great. Yep, nice forearms.
You play with yourself too much.
That's probably what it is. I jerk off 2-3 times a day. That's probably what it is from.
What?
Not anymore. Since the D pills I started to take, but you kind of can see.
I can't even tell you the last time I did.
Oh, every day for sure. Sometimes twice, sometimes 3 times,
No, dude,
but every
so
day.
shameful. Like I feel no.
Can't help it. I still got that libido. But you can kind of see. You can't see it as well in this one, but you see that white dot right there. Those are
I do see that.
Those are all over my arm, on both arms. And I Googled something about it one time.
You're turning into a baby deer.
No, it's some sort of skin fungus that could it's messing with my melanin or something like that. So I have to get that checked out, I think, because I like my tan. I don't want to have all these big. I don't want to end up looking like Michael Jackson, or Sammy Sosa. Have you ever seen that guy lately?
Yo, he's as white as you.
Have you seen the newest picture of him that just came out like a couple weeks ago, though?
No, I don't need nothing to haunt my nightmares.
Dude, it is unbelievable what this guy looks like right now. Not only is he completely not dark anymore, but now he is he's fat. Look at that.
I did see that picture.
Can you
that's
believe?
Not that new of a picture, though, is it?
I thought this just came out, to be honest with you. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it just came out again. The stuff that goes viral.
I think this one makes a circulation like once a year. You can see.
Okay.
Yeah, that dude. Yeah, I've seen that one before. But God, that's the picture that haunts my nightmares.
There it is. So, very strange. I don't want to end up looking like that, so I got to end up going to the doctor and checking that thing out. So, I do have a phone call before I go to break, real quick. One of our frequent callers, who we actually like to talk to, who's a frequent caller. It's F1 is on. What's going on, my dude?
Hey, Dom, what's going on, man? That kind of weirded me out because I was listening to the show on the phone and on the TV at the same time. But
I'm sorry.
You were talking about like YouTube's TV or whatever, and Hulu's is way better because they got a lot more library. But the only reason I really called you is because I wanted to find out, and Mikey, maybe you can tell, but what's the best way to watch the Black Hawks?
Call back here. I don't know if you heard Frank's last call, Mikey. You had referenced you're not a big fan of the Chicago hockey team or really any Chicago teams.
I thought I got a better laugh than that.
Ironically enough, right after we talk about Sammy Sosa, we get a call about the who?
The Black Hawks.
Got it. Well, you're not rolling it well enough, I don't think, Frank. So it's a little bit. It's here. Actually, sounds like you're just saying Black Hawks. So you got to roll it a little bit.
I think he's just trying to articulate. I think that's what he's saying. Black Hawks.
Oh, you mean the Black Hawks?
Yeah, Mikey will.
There you go.
Mikey has no problem admitting what a big fan of he is of a good Black Hawk. You know what I'm saying? And we're not talking about.
I know. I just wondered where I could find that on the internet.
We're talking about kung fu weapons. So
I got some links that'll work.
I love you too, Mikey. I love you too, Dom, man. You guys have a good one. I just figured I'd throw one in there, and it didn't come off as good as I thought it was.
I appreciated that fun. It was a good, valiant effort. It was funnier the first time around when you weren't on, Mikey. He had called. I don't know if you heard him call in first time. He did that the other day.
I didn't.
Caught me off guard. It was actually pretty funny. So, my future son-in-law Austin is in the chat saying that the Sammy Sosa picture is literally his team photo for all his fantasy teams. That's so good. That's so funny. Somebody
I can't wait
here
to upload my custom logo for fantasy football.
CB is saying that I have lupus. My friend had the exact same symptoms. What, you talking about the dots on my arm? Is lupus?
Oh.
Put
that mask back on, bro.
I heard skin.
Put that mask back on. I ain't talking to you.
I'm gonna walk around like this at this point. Hide my weird lupus. That's not good. I don't want to have lupus. That's weird that you mentioned that because I did have a family member who was misdiagnosed with lupus for years, and was given all kinds of medication that ended up affecting her health even more so than she would have if she hadn't been misdiagnosed. It messed her up really bad, and she still to this day is having a lot of health complications because of it. So that's not something to take lightly by any means. So I'll definitely have to check this out to see. So wait, white spots, lupus. All right, hold on one sec. Let's go to the images. Let's do an image search. Oh no, this is nothing what mine's that. So it's coming up with. See, no, mine doesn't quite look like that. So here's scleroderma and lupus. Like if you get the two of them together, here's what it can look like. What am I hearing an echo from? Is that your computer, Mikey? What am I hearing?
There's crickets.
That was no, I could hear myself for a second. That was really weird. No, here is a this is somebody with scleroderma and lupus. Mine is not like that. Mine is not splotchy like that. Mine are.
What if those dots turn into splotches?
I don't know. Then I might have to worry about it. But well,
yo, get this person's hands off there. Their fingernails are so nasty, dude. That was disgusting. That thumbnail was all weirdly shapen.
I want to make that. This is Mikey's nails after a hard day at work. I just wanted everybody to get a. He sent these over, so I'm sorry that you're dealing with the skin condition that I am too, Mikey. No, I don't know whose those fingers are. Just some internet picture.
How's my fingernails look? What?
So yeah, I don't know what I'm dealing with here. Mine is nowhere near as bad as that. So that was a heavy diagnosis, CB. Just go right from white spots to a fungus or something to lupus.
CB knows how much you'll overreact. Though, so she's just being incendiary.
Jeez, now I got to go to break for sure, and I'd start looking this stuff up. It's freaking me out. Michelle Penn.
I'm about to be WebMD in white spots. I'm gonna have a diagnosis for you when we come back from break.
Yeah. Creepy Michelle, who loves my kids, she said file it under L in the dumb ailments. Yeah, get the call Snitz or somebody and get the file cabinet pulled back out and add another one to it. That's another problem. Jeez Louise. All right, I am going to take a quick break. I will.
You need a graphic for that, is what you need.
All my ailments. I could put one together. I don't know if we have enough room on the screen. I'd have to use a really small font.
It'd be like the original cry counter, dude. We just need an ailment counter, just like a ticker. So anytime you bring up like whatever is with your wrist or your finger, your pinky toe, whatever you got going on, COVID come back around, you can just hit the ding, ding.
We'd spend the whole day.
Simple, you know what I'm saying?
I got another ailment every 20 minutes. I feel like I got another thing going on.
You're pretty close to daily ailments. You are pretty close to daily ailments. I don't bring it up and harass you about it much, but like every time I'm like, here we go.
Well, what's going on with this guy now? But Disaster said that's actually just dried vanilla pudding I've gotten all over myself. I'm just I don't know if that was a reference to Curious George's favorite stuff or if that's just
I was just about to say, is the salty snack dried on your arm from all the fun you have?
Yeah, or is he actually saying I'm gonna I've been just slathering myself in vanilla pudding like a pig? So, all right. Yes, Tessa, the list does just keep getting longer and longer of all my ailments. All right, guys, so let's take a quick break. When we come back from break, we'll talk about some of the stuff I saw in the news today. I do have a few videos in there. We'll try to get some of those played. I'm going to grab myself another deli. Normally, I would tell you to go put the kids in front of some sort of screen. But I got a story coming up that tells you why you might not want to do that. So in the meantime, just get yourself a deli, roll up a lavender, put your kid in the corner. Just make sure they're not watching what you're doing. Don't put them in front of a screen, though, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. We'll be right back on another Dump Show. Hey, shout out to Pat Wooey. He's showing a microphone on there. I didn't know if that meant my microphone wasn't working for a second. It is working, but thank you for the super fan donation there. I appreciate it. Yes, that is some mood music for you guys. And real quick, actually, we'll talk about it when we come back from break. So make sure you hit that like before we go to break, man. Hulk smash that like. I know I gave you guys a hard time yesterday, but I tried to do a little special show last night for the league members, and I think we'll probably do more of those in the future. But in the meantime, guys, make sure you go. Make sure you can't make this stuff up. I love it. Bish. You crack me up. Bish, change your name. Told you 50 times. All right. We're going to break. I'll be right back on another dumb show. Hang on. Hello. Welcome back to Another Dumb Show. I'm Another Dumb Show host. Thank you for joining me on issue number 89. Thank you for streaming on my tube. It feels so good. It feels so right having you guys streaming on my tube with me. You know how much I appreciate it. I hope you guys know how much I appreciate it. I know sometimes don't express it enough, maybe, especially last night when I got all cranky with you guys at the end of the show. Hey, but I'm human. You know what I'm saying? What am I going to do? Now, I did score something today that's pretty cool, and I know I'm hoping Mikey would appreciate this as much as I do. I don't see these very much anymore. A classic the Jeep lighter, Mikey. Do you remember the Jeep lighters? Classic the Jeep, right? Oh, hold on, I muted you. God damn it. You know what I'm talking about with these? The classics with
Yeah,
the
I do.
The fat thumb. I haven't seen one of these in forever. Like 15 years since the last time I saw one of these bad boys.
Perfect bowl lighter.
They're the best. They really are the best. I was so glad to get my hands on one of them today. Like, I don't really collect stuff. Like maybe Superman stuff a little bit, but when I was younger, I kept every lighter I had. And I would buy a different lighter. And I had two huge lighters and beer caps for all the different types of beers I drank and all the different lighters I used. I used to save those until I finally threw them all away one day because they're stupid and useless. But who knows? Maybe some of those
I've got
big
a lighter
lighters.
case that I've had forever.
A case that you like slide a lighter into?
Yeah, it's a metal one. It worked for the best for years for crushing certain things, breaking windows. It was just like a drug addict Swiss Army knife.
An all-purpose tool. I was just going to say, a junkie's all-purpose tool. Very good. I want to welcome Brad Lusner. He is an official member of the League of Dummies now. Thank you for joining, Brad. Brad's also a member of the Fantasy Football League, so I want to thank him for joining. My mother, Bish, she commented on my skin condition, and she said, "It's your Irish skin, Sonny." I was talking before the break about these white splotches that I'm starting to get all over my tan. I never had them growing up, though. I don't know what it has to do with my Irishness. Never had these my whole life until over the past few years. I suddenly have developed these white dots.
Maybe Irish people just turn white and spotty when they get old.
It's news to me. Never heard of that before. It's totally news to me. I don't remember it happening to other people in my family that I know of. I don't remember that happening at all. So I don't remember. I don't remember my mom having that problem. So I did see some people saying it would be nice to see my mom in the chat. I actually agree with that. My mom doesn't have a ton of like friends and a huge community of people that she talks to. So I think it'd be cool if my mom got in the chat and became one of the members of the League of Dummies. I would be all for that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, jump in there, Mom. Say hi to everybody. They'd love to have you. Tyler T said, send a super fan donation in there. He said, "Love you, Dom. Keep it up, brother. Excited for today's show." Well, I'm excited to be on with you guys. So hopefully we'll see my mom in there chatting with you guys away, and you guys can get a little experience what I have dealt with. I mean that in the nicest way. I want to give a little. Now, I'm confused. Did Strawberry or Vanilla Charlie? Which one of those two is having a kid? Were you on, Mikey, for that part yesterday?
Strawberry.
Strawberry's the one having a kid. Okay. Well, congratulations to Strawberry, and we'll talk about him in a second. But I got it mixed up. I couldn't remember if it was Vanilla or Strawberry because I got an email from Vanilla asking if we would do birthday shout-outs. Only because this one is a dual one, I think I'll do it. He said, "I know in the old show, yo, Dom, I know in the old show, shout-outs were against the rules, but what about this show? Today is Darla, honey, I don't want to have to take your toy away, Reenie." Vanilla Charlie says, "Today is mine and my wife's birthday. Yes, we share the same birthday. I was wondering if we could get a birthday shout-out. I might not be in the chat this evening as I'm going to be celebrating with her. I'm 36 and she's 32, your pal, Vanilla Charlie." So, yeah. Happy birthday, Vanilla Charlie and your wife. Dual birthday. I think that's worth a shout out. So happy birthday to you, buddy.
He got 2 of those today.
What do you mean?
He snuck one in on the aftermath.
Oh, did he really? What did he call? He called into the aftermath.
No, he got Charlie, I think, to read it through a text message from somebody else.
He got duped. Somebody else texted in on.
I knew it was Vanilla Charlie's birthday because I heard it on the aftermath and it came out of Charlie's mouth, and that's pretty much a birthday shout out.
I don't know. That's against the rules. And isn't Vanilla Charlie Charlie's nemesis, according to Vanilla Charlie?
Yeah.
So what? I don't understand.
He's the king of the horrible jokes and takes.
Yeah. He just basically just like everything. He's gay. Charlie's gay. He did that because he's gay. He's because Charlie's gay. He did that because Charlie's gay. I remember. So somehow he was able to dupe old Charlie into giving a birthday shout out to his own nemesis. Huh? Good for him. Hey, that guy, Charlie's always getting one over on everybody. He's always Mr. Prankster. So I guess it's good that somebody finally got one over on him. That's kind of funny, actually. So happy birthday to him and his wife. I hope they're having a wonderful time. I hope they're that's so funny, dude. Did you watch Good Morning Football the other day, and Kyle doing a whole take on what Kirk Cousins' birthday would be like?
Oh, he just celebrated birthday number 35. He had to have gone to an Outback Steakhouse, bro.
Nope. They one of the things he texted was something about him and the teammates smashed a cheesecake factory, something like that. So it was a chain restaurant, but that was what the funniest thing was. Kyle did this whole rant about how Kirk Cousins' birthday would go. You should go back and watch it.
I gotta look it up. I love his rants on takes on Cousins. I love the whole. I love Good Morning Football. When's it on? Is it on at like 6 a.m.?
I think it's on from like 7 to 10. I think 7 to 11, 6 to 10. I actually don't know. It's on really early.
Too long.
Yeah, but they replay it. Like it's really weird actually the way they do it. They do it's like if I did the first 15 minutes of the show. So we did a half hour of a show. Then after that half hour, replayed the first 15 minutes again. And then started over with a new segment, and then replayed
I just got to watch clips online. That's all I got to do. It sounds too difficult to follow.
Yeah, I'm sure you could find just that specific thing. I'm sure Kyle posted it or Good Morning Football posted it, but it was pretty good. I would definitely. I wouldn't do it right now, but I would definitely.
No, I'm just putting it in to save watch later because I'm a burnout. I'm gonna forget what you told me, and you'll ask me about it in 2 days. But hey, did you check out that video? And I'm like, what one are you talking about?
All right, let's see. People are speculating whether or not my mom will give the chat a chance. I don't think she has. She probably is going through because I said change her name, so she's probably frantically trying to figure out how to do that before she chats again, or something like that. So, if I had to guess. That's what she's doing right now, is trying to figure that out. So,
speaking of Kirk Cousins, real quick, did you see the clips of him that are going viral?
Of him wearing his helmet on the sidelines?
Helmet full. He's wearing no shoulder pads, wearing his game jersey, wearing his game pants, his cup, and still wearing his helmet, absolutely celebrating, going nuts on the sideline.
I did see that. Yes, it was very good. And he's wearing his helmet so he can hear the play calling. That's I like everybody's acting like that's such a crazy thing. He's doing it so he can hear what's getting called and keep up with.
Okay, but you look at Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers has a headset in, and he's talking to the quarterback as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you haven't been watching Hard Knocks?
No, I honestly, I don't know what it is. I'm just not football ready yet. I don't know why.
You keep saying that you're like it's coming, and you get that excitement. We talk about the fantasy football, and here it is. You got Hard Knocks to be watching.
You know what, dude? I'm not watching.
In New York.
I don't have a lot of time to watch TV. I spend a lot of time watching the news and looking up news stories all damn day long and trying to find stuff to talk about and reading stories. I don't have a ton of time between running the DJ biz and trying to find interesting things to talk about and good videos and stuff like that. I don't have a ton of time for
True. I just
for watching TV
and talk. So you're right. I do have a lot more time.
Yeah, I mean, I spend I honestly, I wake up and I try to pull a video. I posted the video of us yesterday talking about that girl who killed her boyfriend and and his friend driving into the wall. I posted that video earlier today, and then I
She's kind of good
basically
looking.
she was pretty cute. She was a good looking chick for sure.
Just put it out there.
Yeah, it's a shame on all fronts, that story, because there's a lot of wasted. Even those boys were. I hate to say this, but I'm not even going to say it because the poor kid's dead, so I'm not even going to bother saying it. But he resembled somebody that was in the news, and it was the whole story was distracting to me because of how much he resembled somebody in the news. And I'm sure I'm not the only person that thought that. Yeah, he's passed away, so I'm not going to make fun of that kid. Not even making fun of him. I'm not even going to mention who I think he looks like, but I'm sure other people can figure it out. Vlad T. Is looking for a moment of silence. He had a friend pass away. His buddy Danny passed away from an OD. So he is totally crushed. So I am sorry to hear that. I can't do a moment of silence because we're a talk show, but I will offer my condolences and big ups to Danny. Let's pour a little out for him. Here you go. Pour a little out for Danny. Here you go, dude. There you go. Pour a little out on my counter. There you go. Pour a little out for Danny for you. So no, I hope everything works out for you, buddy. That sucks. That's sad to lose a friend that way. Trust me, we all know. We've all been there. So Mike, I'm sure, has been there more so than the rest of us. So
23 funerals and counting.
For that in particular?
Yep.
Really?
For my graduating class alone.
Holy shit! Are you kidding me?
Nope.
Wow. I know, I think one person that happened to, and it was somebody who was older.
Oh my God. If we went
not one.
Met,
well,
like, through Philadelphia and like people that I've known, like in the rooms and stuff like that, there's well over 100.
Yeah, I guess when you're in that lifestyle and you meet all those people, I guess I really went out of my way to avoid that lifestyle for sure.
Yeah, dude, it swept through here like a hurricane. No, I shouldn't. Hurricane's insensitive for right now.
Yeah, more like a firestorm. Oh wait, no.
Can't do that either.
Nah. So, it does look like. So Vlad, again, sorry for your loss, dude. That is sad, and
Absolutely
I hope that you're. For sure. Yeah, for sure, man. Thanks for coming here to chat with us and find a little bit of comfort. So. Speaking of people hanging out in the chat, my mom did join in. Old Bish is there. She said, "Hey everyone, love you for supporting Dumb." That was so nice of you, Mom. Thank you for getting in the chat. I think.
Hi, Bish.
Nugget Man with the super fan donation in there says, "Shout out to Harriet." Bish is good, guys. That's what everybody goes. Call her Bish. That's what everybody calls her. My mom's even offering her condolences to Vlad. So she's settling right in, settling right into the chat. And Creepy Michelle just goes right for the throat. Bish, what are the chances that Dumb and B1 get back together? Oh boy, right for the throat. I saw a fun video today. That's a thread my mom probably doesn't want to pull on. I can't tell her what to do, but who knows what she thinks of that. Hopefully, I would think that her mom, a good answer from a mom in that situation would be, I just want them to be happy. Right? Or wouldn't that be the right answer there in that one, I guess, Mikey? Isn't that what parents are supposed to say in that kind of situation?
I'm pretty sure my mom would say, as long as my son is happy.
Yes. Unless like you're like this creepy guy. So there's this morning show in Australia that has people call in all the time, and I saw this news story about it, and I laughed because it made me think to myself, I wonder if I would be creepy enough to do this if I ended up being a single dad. Like B1 ends up dumping me down the road or whatever, or tomorrow for all I know. Who knows? Got to have a conversation before that happens, and Lord knows that we could just have small talk instead of actual conversations. But anyway, I found this story about this guy who slept with his son's ex-fiance just 6 months after they called off the wedding. And who knows if it's like a staged phone call for this radio show or whatever. But the guy basically said after they broke up, the girl started texting him. She got stuck at a party or something like that and needed a ride home. And then a couple weeks later texted him and said, hey, I'm starting to have feelings for you. And basically within a week, they met up and he was pounding her out. So
She was plotting a porno.
yes, that's what I was just going to say. I was like, this is every video that's on Pornhub and X video or whatever now, or YouPorn or whatever. That's like the title of every video now. But
That's when I kind of stopped watching porn altogether, is when the algorithm and everything like that, like all the new videos and everything like that. So it has to, however long that's been like a thing and trending, is how long I haven't been watching porn.
what, when everything turned into all like the
This
the
incest
family,
trash.
the incest porn and everything. Well, I started out with that when I was little, I think, because that was my very first exposure to sex. I was at my mom's house and I went over to the kid's house a couple apartments down and they put a porno on and I was 4 or 5, maybe 6, maybe. I don't even remember how old I was. But pretty young. And they put a porno on and it was the movie Taboo. And it was a movie, and that's the movie where the mother and the father or the mother and the son do all that. And so that was my very first exposure to it. So that's why I went through a stage when I was like,
core memory imprinted on you.
well, when I was a teenage boy, that's why I had like the little stepmom thing. That was even before, like, you know what I mean?
Shit, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you grow out of that kind of stuff. I mean, it's to me, like, that's why it's not weird when I see all this stuff because I experienced it. You know what I mean? And I think it's truly because that was the first thing I witnessed. Like, I never had any like weird feelings for I never even really had feelings for my like feelings. It was just a naked lady. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, there's a naked lady in the house and I could see a naked lady. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So that's where my creepiness came from, I think. But that's why I didn't get like totally weirded out when all this stuff came out. But it's definitely a big deal online and people seem to love it. But it's pretty creepy considering, well, I don't know. Is it creepy that this guy, I mean, they broke up? So what if the son, who cares if there's an age difference? I mean, if the son finds out about it, the guy said he's not going to stop having the relationship with her, but I don't know why that would end up destroying the relationship with the son. The son just be like, yeah, exactly. Tear that. Here's something that she doesn't like. If you could just do this to her just to get back at her or something. I don't know. Just at that point, you're just like, yeah, just tear that up. Whatever you got to do. So I met someone who was like, I don't remember who I was talking to about this, but they were like, yeah, it was a chick. And she's like, yeah, I would never, the best way to get back at like a guy is like, especially if they have kids, you go try to hook up with their son or something like that. And I was like, Jesus Christ, that is some cold ass shit.
Yeah,
so
that's
you just show up at Thanksgiving or something like with the kid or whatever. So, yeah, there's some cold-hearted people out there doing some cold-hearted shit. So, but hey, apparently that guy, he was eyeballing that the whole time. There was probably all those kind of weird
grooming moments.
Yes, exactly. Who knows what he was doing, what he was saying, all that kind of weird stuff. So yeah, who knows? CB actually just sent a question. Actually, it was going to actually. I'm surprised that it's like she's reading my mind right now. She says, CB says, another dumb show. Any chance you would publish you and B1's sex video on YouPorn or her spicy site to get them ducats? Well, certainly no. Not without her permission, and I don't think that she's down for doing anything like that. Actually, if she excuse me. If she wanted to, I'd be all for it. I don't give a fuck. You want to see my big fat belly flopping around on a you want to see a 1 on a 10? You want to go right ahead. There's plenty of those videos on the internet already you can see for free. No, I would never obviously I would never do anything like that without her permission. That's crazy. And I was actually, it's weird that you brought that up because I have a story right here about a woman in Texas who was awarded more than $1 billion in a revenge porn case. This girl,
Hopefully she's getting that billion from the porn industry.
she created, I don't know exactly who she's getting it from, but her ex created fake Pornhub profile to share explicit photos with friends, family, and colleagues. He posted intimate images on Facebook, Twitter, and Pornhub. He was distributing links to all the explicit content to all her friends, her family, and her coworkers. Yes, totally.
What did she do to this dude? What did she do to him?
I think she just broke up with him. I think there's no real it doesn't say in particular, but I gotta be honest with you, Mikey, I don't think nothing she could have done would justify this. Like, if I found out that B1 had been getting trains ran on her the whole time that we were together, I still would not even consider doing something like this, because it's just seriously just such, it's like it is the ultimate violation of trust, and in such a different way than I trust you not to sleep with someone else. You know what I mean? Like, it's just
yeah, you're right. Nothing I would even do if I was being spiteful or anything like that.
Yeah, I
did have to just put some good thought to it, though. I think if there was something or a situation out there that would push me over the edge to do something like that.
I don't think there is anything, because it's
I was trying to run through every possible what if and catastrophize the whole thing, but nothing.
No, there's really nothing that you could come up with to do this to somebody. It's just so, it's weird too. You know what I mean? The creep factor involved with it too. And just the invasion of privacy, it's just so gross and just such a disgusting thing. He was sending creating fake profiles on Twitter and stuff and Facebook and on YouTube and posting all this stuff on there, and then sending links to all her coworkers. So you imagine going to work one day and all your coworkers have just gotten a video of you, in a sex act with your ex-boyfriend or something like that, or your ex-girlfriend in your case. But if it was ex-boyfriend, then even better. You're sure your coworkers love that. But just imagine that.
Memes and pictures that would be posted in my van every day, dude, they'd be absolutely horrible.
But
I just got harassed like that because the bio on my company's website says that I like to walk my cat.
There's nothing wrong with taking a good cat walk. I got a friggin' cat stroller, god damn it. So
Mike is one of our most senior technicians, 13 years experience in the field. What he likes doing in his spare time, taking my cats on walks.
Hey, there's a picture of me with my cat in a stroller, and it's one of my favorite pictures of me ever. So don't feel bad about that. There's nothing more manly than being man enough to take your cat for a freaking walk. I
wrote my bio, so
there you go. That's all there is to it.
I never thought they would post it. They handed us this little sheet of paper that said, write your bio, something about you, something interesting. And I was like, I like to take my cats on walks.
So I'm trying to get the website put back up together. And actually, I got to email the guy back. And because he had said that a bio I wrote for you is too long. And that I got to catch mine up. And I know this is a while ago. I just have never, I can't write my own bio. I hate doing that. Like, I don't want to, it's not my thing. But so maybe I should just, instead of having that big long one that I wrote for you, I just shorten it up and Mikey likes to walk his cat. And then all I have to write is, Dumb's the host of another Dumb show. And it's 3 sentences. And there we go. We're done. And that's the end of it.
Crazy cat guy.
That's good.
I just emailed you about cats right before the show too.
I took the words right out of my mouth, my dude. Good call. I got an email from Mikey that said, hold on, let me check with the chat here real quick. Make sure I didn't miss anything. I don't want to get yelled at. All right. All right. So there is here are the pictures. I got an email from Mikey right before the show, and it says Operation Catch a Kitten, and I'm assuming this goes back to what you talked about the other day, with you and these stray feral kittens that are around your house that you're trying to capture so you have a new cat. Is that what you're what
Yep.
So there it is. These are so there are two of them.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna feel so bad if I like take the brother or the sister inside, and then the brother sitting at the door be like, "Hey, my life's so much better in here," and the sister sitting outside like, "You bastard."
Yeah, you're not going to be able to take just one of them. That's one of the things. B1 and I we have both. We have two cats, and when we got them, both of them they were both from different like litters, and we had to, the oldest one we had to separate from the brother. Long story short, and it was like. To this day, we always wonder whatever happened to that brother cat. Like, what I wonder whatever happened to that kitty. So, yeah, you got to definitely bring if you're going to bring one in, you got to bring those both in. But but before you bring them in, Mikey, you got to take them to the vet, get them checked for feline HIV.
I got them. Yeah, I know. I got to get them both fixed.
Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah, the feline HIV thing. That's the one.
I don't live in the city, and I'm not low income, so it's like $800 a pop to get the cats fixed.
Yeah, that's expensive. Per cat?
Probably. I'd imagine so. I think it was like 600 last time.
You got to call around and try to find one of those discount ones, man. There's some cheap vets that'll do that stuff for cheap.
Please help me. I'm poor and saving feral cats.
just keep calling them, man. Just keep calling around until you finally find one. They'll do a 2-for-1 kind of deal with you or something, and or find a rescue village that or something that'll like be like, look, I want to foster these cats. If you guys pay for the neutering or whatever, try to call around. What's the worst they do is say no.
True.
You know what I mean?
Sounds like so much. I think actually they're outside eating the food I left them right now.
Oh, that's sweet. Well, you could in the meantime just put a little a little cat hut outside for them. That's what we did for the longest time. We used to have we put like a box with a little blanket in it and some food, so if it started raining, they could get covered up. I think we took a not a Tupperware, but like a Rubbermaid tub and had that where they could climb into it and stay dry and stuff like that. So
definitely something that's happening before winter, that's for sure, because I've seen an orange kitten the last couple of days as well running around back there. I don't know what litter that one's from, but that one looks floofy and I want that one too. It's a problem, dude. It's a problem. My girl keeps telling me no, I can't get another cat. I don't have enough time for a third cat. I really don't.
Maybe you and B1 should get together, because she literally sent me a picture of a freaking cat today that she wants to get. She tried to take home a cat from work today. The more cats, the merrier, bro. The more cats, the merrier. There can never be too many cats, for real. I disagree. I disagree, man. That's a lot of animals. I'm already up to 3. I don't think I could add in another one. They end up doing all this. You got 2 cats and a dog, right? 2 cats and a dog, yeah, in a 650 square foot apartment. I mean, it's not exactly big here. It's small. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to take care of a dog, but as many cats as it can be. She's very low maintenance, to be honest with you. She really is. She's very good. Other than the other day, she had a couple bad day and went on the damn couch. But she always uses her pads. And if I oversleep or something and I can't take her out and stuff like that. So she's very good, and she runs around the house, gets exercise. Oh yeah, I've got nothing wrong with dogs like that. They just take way too much time invested. I like cats are just so independent and majestic. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, Phil Krevis has a great point. 3 cats equals 6 litter boxes, so there's no chance of having that in your house. Because you're supposed to have two boxes per cat. Get out of here! I got 1 box for 2 cats. I scoop it every day. I got 2 for 2, and it honestly has made a big difference. To be honest with you, I've noticed the smells less. Even if I forget to scoop, it's not as bad. So it really helps. And I think there's less litter getting tracked out too, I've noticed, for whatever reason. Because, there's people think cats are so fucking clean because they clean themselves all the time. No, they're filthy animals. They track shit everywhere. There's so much goddamn litter they track everywhere. It drives me crazy. I can't stand when my cat comes up on the bed and boops me in the face, and I'm like, you were just in the litter box, you filthy animal. Oh, that's the worst. Oh, that's so gross. You pick them up and you don't realize it, and they were just in there, and they smell like they smell all dusty and shit. Oh God, I hate that. Oh, it's so nasty. It makes me want to throw up just thinking about it. So
Yeah, throw the cat away and tell it to go lick its asshole for the next 35 minutes and come back when it's clean.
Speaking of licking a-holes,
Hey, maybe you awake?
That creep laugh you just did was so. That's like my fake creep laugh that I do with B1. I'm like,
oh yeah, that was the real deal.
That was the
Let's
real
get it.
deal.
Gotta go, bro. She's awake. Talk to you later.
Well, Mikey, if you can't get her to wake up, I do have something that you can check out. Now I know you love MMA. There is a new league that has come out, Mikey. And
please. I love when these things come out, like the phone booth one, the team one, when it's 4-on-4, 5-on-5. Dude, please come on, let's see it.
All right. Well, hold on one sec. Let me get the video pulled up. Now, I've got a girl who's actually going to describe it to you what it is first.
Okay.
That way, I think it'll be a little bit easier to have her explain it. Here it is. It's I don't know. This is like a minute long or something. It goes pretty quick, actually. So, this is a girl named Holly Saunders. Are you familiar with Holly Saunders?
I'm not.
All right. So she's like an Instagram model, but she used to do. She was on NBC Sports. She was a sports reporter for NBC. Did sideline reporting, I think, at one point and stuff. So she's got some network broadcast experience, but she's basically just an Instagram. I don't want to say thought because she's a businesswoman or whatever, and she's very successful. But so she's not some Instagram thought. She's basically just a hot ass chick on Instagram who's making some money and came up with this new idea. So here I'll let you see you hear her talk about it. She's going to explain this new league called the Exposed Sportz League.
I have the hottest girlfriends in the world, okay? And so I don't know how nobody else has ever thought of this, but I wanted to do the greatest collab, just like the best content together. So I had this crazy idea, actually a great idea, of getting everybody together and creating a sports league. Just to show off everybody's talents, and it's going to be topless. So I can't believe nobody's ever thought of this before, but every time we have 10 different girls, 10 to 12 different girls, just the hottest girls on the internet, in the adult industry. Just think of your favorite social media models, and we've got them. So we're going to have 10 to 12 different ones every time, and we paired them up together. And in the beginning, we're going to have this be like a leaderboard, scoreboard kind of deal, and then we learned pretty quickly, they're just fun and sexy, and we end up laughing. So this is almost like
what that means,
Jackass, but with the sexiest women you've ever seen. So you're going to be horny and you're going to laugh, and it's just unlike anything you've ever seen. So the format of it, we thought there would be like
you don't like the idea? You don't like this?
Yeah,
why not?
If they were topless and really beating the piss and breaks off each other, I'm all for it.
Well, I think that's what they tried to get these girls to do, but then the kind of girls that they got to do it, here, I'll actually show you. Here's a little promo for it. Here's a couple of the girls. It's so loud. All right,
I used to see this after 11 o'clock on Cinemax every Saturday night. What's the difference between this and what they're doing?
So there you go. That was, right here. This is what you're I guess I don't remember seeing this on Cinemax or anything like that when I was a kid. I just remember.
Go back again. Let me see what. Does that really say UFC in the corner? UFC gym. Okay.
So that's one of the. So that's what they doesn't the UFC just have like actual gyms around the country that
performance centers and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So this actually caught my eye because the girl in the pink is that's a girl that I've actually spent a lot of time watching in my day.
Really?
Yes, that's Kenzie Ann is her name. And I came across her, I don't know, in the last year or so. And she knows what she's doing. This is because,
Did she
always
take a punch to the face?
We'll find out, I guess, in this league. Who knows?
This is just like topless WWE. I'm so out. Oh, I got so excited for a second. As soon as she was like topless fighting, and then
so you were in until that you found out that they're not actually now. Does this change your mind at all, Mikey? When I show you this right here, hold on one second. Let me get rid of this other stuff up here. You're telling me this right here doesn't change your mind at all? Do you don't want to watch her wrestle around?
No, it don't even look attractive to me.
What?
Yeah, that don't even look attractive. What the hell am I supposed to do with those balloons on her chest? I ain't interested.
How about that? That's not doing anything for you?
That looks nice. I mean, not gonna lie, that looks nice, but that still looks way too big for me too. I can't handle something that big.
What, you got small
I'm
hands?
just a regular guy.
Like what's that guy in Little Donald Trump say? Small hands. Small hands. No, anyway, so no, I thought you'd be interested in that league, man, because you love
there was about to be some blood and broken bones and some brawlic stuff. Yeah, dude. Like I get worked up sometimes when I'm watching like a lady fight on the internet and they're really beating the shit out of each other.
Well, don't you think
talking like full on like hair dragging, throwing them across the room type shit? Hell yeah.
Oh, see, I think it would be fun if they maybe started out with a little bit of like, just a little
and then
tussle.
one slap goes too far and the other girl goes, "What'd you do, bitch?" And whop.
Oh, see, no, I like the idea of and this is and you could go subscribe to this. I think it's $30 a month if you're into this, if you're into watching girls. Yeah, I mean, if you're into watching girls wrestle around topless in fake MMA style, this is your thing. This is.
I mean, for show research, a guy could probably check it out for like a month. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's only $30. It's only one Uber Eats order. You know what I'm saying? So it's not
two pre-rolls from the.
I tell you what, I did eat leftover wings today, so I do have an extra. I do have an extra meal to burn at this point.
I just ate leftover cheeseburgers on the break, so I didn't Uber Eats anything after the show.
You didn't? Oh, really? What are you gonna get then?
Nothing. I ate my food at 8:00. Hopefully, I'm not gonna get hungry.
You're gonna. Well, Disaster actually agrees with you. He said it would just be boring topless stunts with girls who are only doing it for the money and not really interested or entertaining enough to actually be on camera. Well, who knows? Since it's a subscription service, though, I have a feeling it's going to get a little bit more raunchy than just actual wrestling.
My bottom
around.
fell off.
Yeah, I mean, there's just going to be a lot of just making out, when they get to the point. But that might be kind of hot. You know what I mean? Like they're wrestling around, and then all of a sudden, one's like, "You know what? I don't want to wrestle anymore," and then they just start making out.
Don't even do it for me either.
I mean, every once in a while, it's kind of like it's got to be the right scene. I'm kind of the same way. I don't really aim for that much anymore. But every once in a while, I'll catch one that goes, "Ooh, that looks good." And every once in a while, Mikey, you look at it like again, game footage. You watch the girl take care of the girl, and you go, "Ooh, there's a new thing I could try." If you're tonguesmith, you got to keep up your.
Bro, I ain't worried about picking up no tips from nobody when it comes to that.
Mikey, every blacksmith continues to learn their trade from other blacksmiths.
I got my 10,000 hours already, though, homie. I got that shit plastered. Don't you worry about that.
Now, but they know things that we don't know sometimes down there, Mikey. So you just got to watch the chicks and take the tips from them.
Listen to that shit like it's the ocean, and it tells me exactly what it wants.
Like a conch shell, like a twisted conch shell. I hope it doesn't smell like a conch shell. That's no good.
I'd eat it anyways.
I know you would. You sick son of a bitch. All right. We are gonna and Diz is asking, who is this for? If you're not watching with the wife and watching them topless, wrestling will only make you go to a porn site. No, I think this is a niche thing. There are some guys who like, because if you go on like all the porn sites, there's a bunch of different like versions of like girls wrestling, and they start making out and doing it. So I think this is
dude, the girl MMA category on that.
Yeah, and
there's, of course, it's already all plastered all over there.
Is that your category? You watch that?
I mean, I've checked it out. You know what I'm saying? I've scrolled past it a couple, 3 times.
I'm familiar with it. That's so funny. All right. CB took the words right out of my mouth. Any chance of chilling on Uber Eats to pay for the sub? I don't know. I need Secret ADS mod is yelling at me. Med check. Did you do your meds? You missed
I
our 9 o'clock
didn't.
med check.
Did I? I remembered to take them last night after the show. So, ooh, yeah.
Good job. Good for you. All right.
And I ate some extra mushrooms today, so that felt really good.
Good for you. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself and having a nice night. So, all right. I think we're going to wrap things up here. Mikey, I just let you. What am I doing here? So I scrolled past. I don't know. Diz is saying I scrolled past something. I don't know what.
Hang on. Listen. I was going to embarrass the shit out of her. She's snoring like a goddamn lumberjack.
Did she just stop snoring or something right as you were getting ready?
Yeah. I literally put the microphone over there, and she was like, motherfucker.
I cranked it up. I wanted to see.
Dude, I've been sitting here thinking it's like the cats. There's a cat meowing outside. I'm like, what the fuck is that noise? And then I just realized it.
That's funny. Holy shit. All right. Well, make sure you take your meds tonight, Mikey. Don't forget.
Right?
That was a good one. She's gonna fucking kill you. That's awesome. How fun. Welcome to the show, Brianna. Welcome to the show. You wanted to come downstairs and sleep? Got him. You're in trouble. We'll make sure to clip that for tomorrow.
I'm
and
about
play
to get
that back.
Lorena Bobbitt for
Play that
sure,
back. So,
dude.
all right. Boom. There you go. Let's see.
Flag that.
Yeah, I'm over that guy. He's literally just been in there doing that the whole time, like I'm some sort of dipshit and don't know what he's doing.
Oh, I didn't even see that. I thought you were flagging like a timestamp and where we're at, so you could clip this later.
Oh no. Yeah, that's just the guy in the chat who's being a piece of shit. So,
bye. Get out of our chat.
Kyle is saying, I make really good money with my wife and 3 kids. I'm just looking to spend my money on bad things. Well, Kyle, I noticed you're not a member yet, so if you'd like to be an official member of Another Dumb Show and waste your money. No, I'm kidding. And be a part of a great group of people. You can do that. It's $1.99 a month. It's a great way to help support Another Dumb Show. But geez, a big shout out, lots of love to Brad Lusner in there with a big old $30 superfan donation. He said because he wants me to buy the Tatas. He wants me to get the subscription to the Exposed whatever.
You have to do it now. You have to do it and give a recap.
I am going to have to do it now. You're right.
So text the guy to log in.
I don't know if I can do that, man. I feel bad now too because that's kind of the same thing. I have a story in here, and I know we got to wrap things up because it's getting late. But remember that NPC girl, that Pinky Doll girl who was doing the NPC thing?
These videos creep me out in a way like watching Child's Play when I was a kid, dude. I can't. No, dude. No. This is not the world we live in. Like we are living the movie Idiocracy.
I know, where there's people just on TikTok going where you
meow
press
cat, meow cat.
Yes, exactly. That's what all these psychos are doing. Well, apparently Pinky Doll, she's the one who was like notorious for that. She actually is an OnlyFans model as well, which I didn't understand.
No.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. She is. And it turns out that somebody took you mentioned giving her giving the link out if I do sign up for that Exposed Sportz thing, so I can see Kenzie Ann rolling around with a bunch of other girls. I can't share.
Text it to a guy. Maybe
I can't do that because if like those girls, that happened to be one on her OnlyFans. Somebody started spreading her pictures around and trying to create fake accounts of her. Just some absolute psychos out there. Yeah, like so she had to go file all this shit, and because that shit's all copyrighted. That she owns all that shit.
Oh
so
yeah.
people aren't allowed to just disseminate that. So a Pinky doll apparently went on Google and found out that some of her OnlyFans stuff got leaked, and this was her reaction to it. And the very first line of it is so funny. Is that her snoring? The crickets are so loud, though, it's hard to hear over the background of the crickets.
The other high-pitched noise you hear is that noise.
Which probably should start. We probably should start closing the door, because it's not good that when people are hearing crickets when they listen to the show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just realized that.
So, anyway, so here is Pinky doll going off, and the best part of it is just the very beginning of it is hearing her pronunciation of Google makes me laugh so hard. So, watch this.
So I went to Google. I put Pinky doll naked, and I click on pictures. And what I see, there's a lot of page. You keep swiping and swiping and swiping. It don't stop. And I see all this website. How dare you? You gonna let other people put my face, my body out here doing stuff like that? How dare you? Without asking an ID. Where's the ID terms? Tell me that. What's up? I'm gonna tell you something today. I'm gonna sue all of you. All of you, I'm gonna sue you. I'm gonna sue you. Y'all wanna play with me? You allow other people post Pinky doll? Really? Cause you know you're about to get paid? Well, guess what? I'm about to get all that money.
So she's pretty salty there. So yeah, she went on Google.
So I went to Google.
I can't. I just can't. We're not living in the real world.
So yeah, she's mad because she got naked on the internet and people spread the pictures around, which is what a real huge big surprise. But no, it's not cool, honestly. I'm joking about it, but I do think that's shady. It's such a bitch move for dudes to do stuff like that. I really don't understand. It's just such bitch made shit. It really is. So guys, take that as a lesson. You'll either get yelled at by Pinky doll, or you'll get sued for $1.3 billion. So don't be creeps and do any weird revenge porn shit.
I still want to know who's paying that $1.3 billion. I hope it's some of the sites that posted the pictures and allowed it to happen.
I closed the news story, so I don't remember, Mikey. Let's see if I archived it or if I still have it here.
I hope she just gets a percentage of that bread.
I archived it, so I don't know. It'd take me forever to find it. So, anyway, I think that's going to wrap things up for us tonight. Vlad, right as Vlad T sends a super fan donation asking me to keep this show going. Love you all. Be safe. Well, the show probably isn't going to keep going tonight. We're going to actually wrap things up. So, Mikey, thank you for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate it, dude. I love you, and try not to wake up sleeping beauty. You guys have a good rest of the night.
She got to get up at some point. No, she just worked 4/12. She just worked 4 overnights. She's shot.
Let her do her thing. Let her enjoy herself.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Love you. Have a good night.
I love you too. Adios, homeboy. So yes, Vlad, we are going to wrap things up here tonight, but I do want to thank everybody for coming and streaming with us this evening. I am trying to peek in the chat, see if there's anything I missed here before the end of the show. CB said, dude, there's a huge chance I would kill Mikey for doing that if I was his girlfriend. So I thought that was a good laugh. I enjoyed that very much. So hopefully he took his meds, Carrie. I did remind him, but of course I will definitely be sure to check out take mine. I always do. I'm good about it. I don't know who I did it to. Anyway. All right. So if I messed up somebody, I kicked somebody or messed up, I don't know if I was down with that joke that was happening. I was aware of the joke, but I just all of a sudden I just didn't realize who got the. I was down with it. That was kind of what I was saying. I would prefer that not to happen, even the jokes, because it makes me think about that and it makes me angry, and that's kind of the goal, was to avoid that. So Would prefer even doing, I mean, I knew what you guys were doing. I'm not stupid. I was watching it all night long. But I was kind of hoping that you would stop eventually, because it kind of defeated the purpose of what I was saying, because it reminds me of something that's not cool. And I don't think you understand. You guys are kind of not understanding the severity of the situation, which is what I was trying to explain last night. Hence my reasons for saying, let's not even joke about it anymore. So, all right. But apparently I didn't express that very well. Again, because it's not because I'm trying to be some sort of dictator, but again, because I'm trying to explain to you guys the severity of the weirdo I'm dealing with. So, I think that's going to wrap things up. If you guys have been enjoying happy hour here, please be careful. Don't go anywhere. You know the rules, all that good stuff. If you've been enjoying the lavender, all that good stuff, make sure you stay home. Be good. Don't be stupid. Thank you so much for everybody streaming tonight. And thank you so much to everybody there were lots of super fan donations in there and memberships and stuff. So I really appreciate it so much. And like I said, last night we did a special members only show late last night. So if you're a member or a new member and you didn't get a chance to watch the late show last night, it was just a heavy chat driven show. All I did was basically just talk to the chat the whole time. So that's probably what I'll do in the future as far as like a special shows just for league members. I had a good time doing that. That was easy for me because you guys did all the work. All I was doing was just reacting to all the stuff you guys said. So that's easy. You guys did all the work so I had no problem doing that. I enjoyed it. It was fun for me. So I'll definitely be doing that special just for all the league members. So that is going to wrap things up for this evening. Thanks to everybody for streaming on my tube tonight. If you've not already hit the like button, do me a favor, hit that like button for a brother. That's it. Make sure you're subscribed. If you're not already subscribed, you won't be able to talk in the chat. It's the only way you can talk in the chat. Once you subscribe, about 10 minutes later, you're able to talk in the chat. And of course, if you don't have your notifications turned on, make sure you have them turned on. That way, if something happens like earlier tonight where we started late because my stupid computer was being weird, and I apologize for that. I didn't even mention that. Sorry that we started late. The computer just was being wonky when we started, so I had to reboot the whole thing. So, but anyway, guys, that's going to wrap things up. Again, thank you for streaming on my tube tonight, and I appreciate it. I am out of here. See ya.